That woman, that Linda, she's not who she says she is, Chioma shouted as she rushed back, her slippers almost flying off her feet. Peace followed closely behind, pleading, "Please wait, don't go and cause trouble we cannot handle." But as usual, when Chioma's mind is made up, even the village chief cannot stop her. She stormed straight into the saloon, grabbed Linda by her blouse, and shouted, "You are Amaka, Tochi's late wife. You are a ghost." But before we continue, please like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments where you are watching from. I'd also love to give a big shout out to all my subscribers and viewers. Thank you for supporting this channel. Now, stay with me, relax, and enjoy this story. Linda's saloon was the pride of the village, whether people liked it or not. From morning till evening, women lined up like it was free rice sharing day, all waiting for her magical hands to touch their hair. Her braids were neat, her weaving tight, and her styles, people said even those big city stylists in Lagos would be begging her for apprenticeship if they saw her work. She didn't just make hair, she sold beads, bangles, and hair pieces that looked like they came from another world. Not even the big market had such things. Of course, jealousy was doing press-ups in the hearts of other saloon owners, but Linda, she would just smile and walk away like someone who had no time for village drama. What made Linda even more interesting was that nobody knew where she lived. Not even the women who gossiped from morning till night could trace her house. They only knew she came from a nearby village and always closed early. "I must reach home before nightfall," she would say, packing her tools with unusual urgency. Some people found it strange. Others didn't care. As long as their hair looked good, who was asking questions? After all, in our community, if something is working, people don't like to disturb it. But as they say, what is hidden does not stay hidden forever, especially in a village where people have time for gossip. Now, one hot afternoon, two women, Chioma and Peace, arrived in the village. They had come from a neighboring village after hearing too much about Linda's miracle hands. You know how villagers hype things. If one person says it's good, 10 people will add pepper and salt until it sounds like heaven itself. Chioma, the sharper one, had insisted they must come early to beat the crowd. But as life would have it, when they got there, Linda was nowhere to be found. A woman selling roasted corn nearby told them Linda had gone to the market and would soon return. So they sat outside, fanning themselves and complaining about the sun like true Nigerians. "If this woman doesn't come soon, I will just go back. My scalp is not firewood," Peace grumbled. Chioma rolled her eyes. "Relax, Miss Impatient. Good things take time." Not long after, Linda appeared, carrying a market bag filled with food items. She greeted them calmly, as if she already knew they would wait. Something about her composure made Chioma look twice, but she said nothing, yet. Inside the salon, Linda began working on their hair with smooth confidence. Her fingers moved so fast it was almost suspicious. Peace kept talking non-stop, telling stories about their village festival, while Chioma remained unusually quiet. She kept staring at Linda, like someone trying to remember a dream that refused to become clear. Finally, she spoke. "Have we met before?" she asked suddenly. Linda paused for a second, then smiled. "No, I don't think so." Chioma frowned slightly, but didn't push further. Still, something wasn't sitting well in her chest. You know that feeling Nigerians call, "my spirit is not agreeing"? That was exactly what she felt. But Peace quickly dismissed it. "You are overthinking, eh? Soon you will say you saw her in your dream." They laughed it off, but deep inside, Chioma knew something was not right. After finishing their hair, which came out so beautiful they almost forgot their worries, Chioma requested beads, and Linda brought out a bag of jewelry for them to choose from. The beads shone like they had their own light, and the designs were nothing like anything they had seen before. Peace was already picking and pricing, but Chioma was carefully examining each piece. Then she saw it. a single wooden bead, slightly different from the others. It looked old, familiar.
"Madam, this one seems to have broken from his set," Chioma said, holding it up. Immediately, Linda's face changed. Linda snatched the bead quickly, almost too quickly, forcing a smile that did not reach her eyes. "Thank you," she muttered, then rushed into the inner room without another word. The air in the shop suddenly felt heavy.
Chioma turned to Peace slowly. "Did you see that?" Peace shrugged. "See waiting. Maybe it's important to her." Chioma shook her head. "No, that bead, I've seen it before." Peace laughed. "Of course you have, in your dreams." But Chioma wasn't laughing. They paid and left the shop, but Chioma's mind refused to rest. As they walked down the dusty road, her steps slowed. The bead kept replaying in her head like a stubborn song. Then suddenly she stopped. "Clap! Ha! I remember!" she shouted. Peace almost jumped out of her skin. "Ah! Are you mad? You want to kill me with shock?" Chioma turned to her, eyes wide. "That bead, it was carved by my friend's elder brother for his wife before their wedding." Peace blinked. "Okay, and?" Chioma's voice dropped. "The wife died 12 years ago." Before Peace could respond, Chioma had already turned back, walking fast, almost running. That woman, that Linda, she's not who she says she is. Peace followed, confused and slightly afraid. "Please wait. Don't go and cause trouble we cannot handle." But Chioma didn't stop. She stormed into the saloon, grabbed Linda by her blouse, and shouted, "You are Amaka, Tochi's late wife. You are a ghost." At the mention of the word ghost, the entire place froze. People began to gather quickly, because if there is one thing villagers don't miss, it is free drama. Chioma explained everything, her voice shaking, but loud enough for everyone to hear. Some people gasped, others whispered. A few nodded like it suddenly made sense. "Ah, that's why her work is different," someone shouted. "And that's why nobody knows her house," another added. But as the argument continued, someone brought out a phone to record, because people always want something to post for social media enjoyment. Just as the camera was pointed at Linda, she vanished. Just like that. No sound, no warning. 1 second she was there, the next second she was gone. Pandemonium broke out immediately. People scattered in all directions. Market women abandoned their goods. Even those who didn't know what was happening started running. Because in this country, if people are running, you don't ask questions, you join them first. Peace ran like her life depended on it. When they finally stopped, she bent over, trying to catch her breath. "Chioma, this is your trouble, oh. Why did I follow you like this?" Chioma, panting heavily, replied, "At least now we know the truth." Peace cut in sharply. "What truth? If this ghost catches us, you will go and explain that truth to your ancestors." Days passed, but nobody ever saw Linda again. Her shop remained closed and untouched for years before someone eventually rented it. Slowly, people began to forget, as humans always do. Chioma told everyone what happened when she returned to her village. Some people praised her courage, while others blamed her for chasing away the best hairstylist the village had ever seen. As for Peace, she refused to talk about it again. "Next time, I will just braid my hair myself," she said. "At least, my own ghost will not follow me home or make me run like a loose mad dog." And as for the villagers, they learnt one important lesson. Not everything that shines is meant to be touched, and not every talent comes from this world. Because sometimes, the best hands are not human. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment your thoughts, and share for more interesting stories.